Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we are starting our next chapter of history, which is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So, children, if you just recall the story of French Revolution, fine. So, what have we seen? We have seen that how the king's rule end in France, fine. And what do we recall? The ideas of liberty, equality, democratic rights. It all started there, fine. What was the moral of the story? See the values, all the moral. What was the moral there? The ideas of liberty, equality, and democratic right. Now, the values were in the mindset of the people in Europe. Fine. Now people they have started demanding what wherever these things were not there. Fine. They started demanding. Now people they have something to discuss. Fine. After the French Revolution, in the late 19th century, it gave a possibility to the people that the society can be changed. Fine. So we can say that the French Revolution opened with the possibility of creating a change. Now the society they got an idea that yes, if we are going to work hard, we can change the society. Fine. So the 18th century society, you all know, it was divided into different estates, fine, and the different. It was aristocracy, fine. Aristocracy, you all know, king's rule, one after the other, hereditary throne is there, fine, and the church. They all were controlling the economic and social power. Now, just after the revolution there was a possibility of change. So children, in many parts of the world, you can say Europe and Asia, new ideas they came up about the individual rights and how to control the social power. These all things were discussed in the society. If you talk about your own country, Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Derozio, they talked about the significance of the French revolutions, fine, and even they many other they also debated about the post revolutionary Europe, the ideas which were prevalent in the post revolutionary Europe, fine. Now children, the development in the colonies they reshaped these ideas of societal change. If you talk about Europe, everyone wanted a complete transformation in the society. What did they want? They wanted a There were people, those who wanted a gradual change, fine, they were known as the radicals. Those who wanted gradual change, there were liberals and the radicals, fine. So liberals they wanted to change the society, they wanted to, liberals and radicals and conservatives, they wanted gradual change. Some wanted change for a slow pace, fine. And the conservatives were those who don't wanted change, fine. So in the conservatives, you can say they were the rulers themselves, so why will they wanted the change, fine. The liberals they had open mind, they were the open minded people, fine. So children, this way the society was divided, fine. Now they were believing in the individual rights should be protected against the government, and they were arguing for a representative elected parliamentary government. They supported independent judiciary. Fine. Now, if you talk about the uh, the upper middle class people, they were they were not the Democrats. Fine. They believed in equality of voting rights, fine, but they don't wanted the democracy, fine. Radicals wanted change, but government, they were saying that the government, they were from the lower strata, they were saying that the government must be based on majority. They were supporting suffragette, women suffragette movement. They were more Democrats comparatively to the liberals. Fine. Now they were opposing the privileges which were given to the landlords. Fine. And they were disliking the concentration of property in few hands. They were saying that there is a disparity in the society. They wanted a quick change. Fine. And if you talk about the conservatives, children, fine, conservatives were the one, those who were opposing both radicals and the liberal. Fine. What they were saying, the conservatives were happy. They do not, because they were from the ruling class and they were the person in the power. So why will they wanted to change? They don't want the change, but after the revolution, the French Revolution, now they were also asking for the change. Okay, fine, because they understood that the change is inevitable, the change is going to come. So they were supporting the change. Fine. Now they believed that their past, now they had one thing to say, that okay, we are going to support the change, but we wanted our past to be respected, and the change which you are going to bring, that should be a slow process. It should not be a very quick process, slowly and gradually. Now these different ideas, they played a very important role in the world politics, children. Fine. So that we will also see how. Fine. Then comes the next one, industrial society and the social change. Fine. Now we will talk about the society. Now children, see, the society was changing in the 19th century. Socio-economic changes were there. What are the socio-economic changes? Like new cities were developed, industries were made, industrial regions were made, railways were expanding. So socio-economic change was coming. Now with this social economic change, children, there was industrial revolution. Now every coin has two sides. Fine. The industrial revolution has, you know, some benefits, some merits, as well as some demerits. Now what were the problems associated with this industrial revolution? All the people of the lower strata, the working people, working class, the labor, now they have long working hours, they have very poor wages. Fine. And the problem of unemployment was also taking place that time. Fine. And housing, sanitation, all these problems were also occurring. So because of this, the liberals and the radicals, they wanted a change in the society. But they had a problem. What problem they had? They had the problem of old aristocracy and conservative regime established in Europe after 1815. Now, what is old aristocracy and conservative regime? See, if you go back 1815, now all these, fine, the liberals, the radicals, they wanted a change. They were the property owners and the employers. They were educated. They wanted educated and healthy population. Fine. And they wanted greater profit for them, the industrialists. Fine. Now if you go back to 1815, after 1815, conservative regime was there. If you just connect it with the Napoleon Bonaparte, the fall of Napoleon Bonaparte, it started in 1815. Dictatorship was announced. Fine. And there was a fall in dictatorship, and after that again the aristocrats, they gained their power. Fine. So here the revolutionaries, they wanted change. The revolutionaries, those who want to bring change through revolutions. So they were from France, Italy, Germany, Russia. They all were working to overthrow the existing monarchs. Fine. But they were facing problem. Now they were talking to the nationalists also. Fine. Nationalists, those who have the those who want to do something for the nation. Now they wanted everything to be equally, given to all the citizens, the rights. Fine. The Italian nationalists, the revolutionaries. Fine. You have an example of Joseph Mazzini. Fine. Joseph Mazzini. He conspired with others to achieve this in Italy. Fine. Nationalists everywhere. Fine, including India. They were reading all these writings. Fine. So people, they wanted some change. Now we will see in the next topic what will happen after that. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day.